Making the headlines tonight. His Majesty King Norodom Sihamoni puts out the victory fire lit on the 69th anniversary of National Independence Day. Prime Minister Hun Sen welcomes all honored guests to the 40th and 41st ASEAN summits and related summits in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Ukraine signs on to the Treaty of Amity and Cooperation in Southeast Asia, becoming the 50th member. And China Road and Bridge Corporation and the Ministry of Public Works jointly sign an MOU on the construction of the Phnom Penh Bavet Expressway. This is the Daily Roundup here on EAC News Channel. A very good evening to you. I'm Darshana Gauchan. On Friday afternoon, His Majesty King Norodom Sihamoni put out the victory fire that was lit on the 69th anniversary of National Independence Day at the Independence Monument in Phnom Penh. The King of Cambodia extinguished the victory flame on Friday, 11th November, 3 days after it was lit on National Independence Day. Many high-ranking government officials, dignitaries, and ambassadors were present to witness the extinguishing ceremony. The Independence Monument was built in 1958 to memorialize Cambodia's full independence from French colonization. Cambodia was under French colonial rule from 11th August 1863 to 9th November 1953. The monument was designed by famed architect Van Molivan in the shape of an open lotus in the style of Angkor Wat. One document has noted that the 100 Naga heads in its structure represents the almost 100 years that Cambodia was under French influence. This Friday morning, 11th November 2022, the ASEAN Chairman, Prime Minister Hun Sen, welcomed all honored guests to the 40th and 41st ASEAN summits and related summits, including the Sultan of Brunei, the presidents of Indonesia and the Philippines, the prime ministers of Vietnam, Laos, Thailand, and Singapore, and other notable heads of state and governments in attendance, including ASEAN dialogue partners. EAC News reporter Anthony Ellis has more.
Prime Minister Hun Sen extended a warm welcome to all guests based on the ongoing friendly relations among all ASEAN members and external partners who share the same vision of addressing challenges in the region together. The Prime Minister also apologised for the First Lady's absence due to a back problem that prevents her from sitting for too long. The First Lady is currently being treated for this condition. Prime Minister Hun Sen delivered the opening remarks for the summit after the ASEAN anthem played and the Cambodian artists gave their welcoming performances. Afterwards, the leaders of the ASEAN member states took to the stage to take a group photo. The summit agenda for today's included the photo exhibition of Cambodia's contribution to the ASEAN, the 40th Asian Summit, the 41st Asian Summit Retreat Session, the 25th Asian-China Summit, the 23rd Asian Republic of Korea Summit, and the 12th Asian UN Summit. Anthony Ellis, EAC News.
The Prime Minister of Cambodia and the Chairman of ASEAN in 2022 has noted that ASEAN has been able to overcome the global threat of the COVID-19 pandemic. However, the ASEAN and global economy is still fragile and divided, which requires the association to work together to achieve a peaceful, modern, resilient ASEAN community. Speaking at the opening ceremony of the 40th and 41st ASEAN summits and related meetings on Friday morning, Prime Minister Hun Sen said that despite the colossal challenges, ASEAN has organized the ASEAN foreign ministers, socio-cultural community ministers, economic ministers, defense ministers, and other ministerial meetings with satisfactory results. He added that this shows ASEAN's solidarity towards multilateralism, maturity in diplomatic engagement, and a determination for peace, stability, and humanity for all. The ASEAN chair said that while the world has been going through the COVID-19 crisis for nearly 3 years, ASEAN has been successful in reviving social and economic activities based on the assessment and forecast of the ASEAN Plus 3 Macroeconomic Research Office. Each ASEAN member state has been able to achieve positive economic growth, and the ASEAN region as a whole will achieve a growth rate of 5.3% and 4.9% in 2022 and 2023 respectively. This forecast is high compared to other regions of the world. However, the ASEAN chair also noted that the current socioeconomic situation in ASEAN, as well as in the whole world, still remains fragile and divided, so ASEAN must stay united in its wisdom to make the right decisions and policies to address the strategic challenges the region faces. Prime Minister Hun Sen said, "As we move on forward, let us not forget our past and values that have been built upon and stood for. I believe that it is not often mentioned, but our motto, ASEAN One Vision, One Identity, One Community, still holds true to its values today." He stressed that ASEAN must focus on the common goal of mutual development for peace, stability, and the betterment of the region. He said, "Our relationships here are not created by chance, but through years of hard work, commitment, and perseverance. We must treasure and be grateful of what we have built, and therefore maintaining our unity, solidarity, and centrality is of utmost priority in order for our region to sustain and be resilient for what is to come." Ukraine signed on to the Treaty of Amity and Cooperation in Southeast Asia on Thursday afternoon to become its 50th member. EAC News reporter Dekanin has more.
While Cambodia has been the chair of ASEAN in 2022, a total of 7 countries have signed the Treaty of Amity and Cooperation in Southeast Asia. Secretary of State for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and spokesperson for the ASEAN Summit, Kong Pok, said, "The fact that we have up to 7 countries that have signed this treaty in a year is a major accomplishment for Cambodia, as becoming a member of this treaty is not something that happens often. Furthermore, we can be proud of our ability to strengthen partnerships and attract the interest and support of countries outside the region." The spokesperson also remarked on ASEAN's desire to see peace and stability in Ukraine as the war has now continued for nearly 9 months and caused negative effects across the world, including food, energy, and security crisis. Responding to questions from reporters at a press conference on Thursday evening, spokesperson Kong Pok stressed the importance of peace and stability as the foundation for the ASEAN region and said that the association also wants to see peace and stability re-established in Ukraine. He added that ASEAN is also ready to facilitate if the relevant parties request the association to do so, especially while Cambodia is still the chair. The spokesperson also noted that the ASEAN Summit in Cambodia could be a good opportunity for a bilateral meeting between the foreign ministers of Russia and Ukraine, adding that Cambodia was ready to mediate if requested. The Ukrainian Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dmytro Kuleba, signed the Treaty of Amity and Cooperation in Southeast Asia on Thursday morning. This is an official step for Ukraine to become an external partner of ASEAN. Lekanin, EAC News.
The Deputy Commander-in-Chief of the Royal Cambodian Armed Forces and Commander of the Army, Lieutenant General Hun Manait, met with the Deputy Chief of Staff of the Vietnam People's Army on the occasion of the 23rd ASEAN Chiefs of Army Multilateral Meeting in Hanoi, Vietnam. EAC News reporter Anthony Ellis has further details.
The Deputy Chief of Staff of the Vietnam People's Army, Lieutenant General Nguyen Van Nia, welcomed the Royal Cambodian Air Force's delegation to Vietnam and especially expressed his delight at seeing Lieutenant General Hun Manet take the time to attend the summit, as Cambodia is currently hosting the 40th and the 41st ASEAN Summits and related summits. At the same time, the Vietnamese Lieutenant General praised the results of the cooperation between the two armies, especially the positive results achieved after the previous official visit of the Cambodian Army Commander. A Royal Cambodian Armed Forces delegation last visited Vietnam in August 2022. They engaged in joint training sessions and exercises with the Vietnamese Army on disaster relief in September 2022. Lieutenant General Nguyen Van Nia said he hopes the two countries' armies will continue to cooperate well along the border and continue to support human resource training. In response, Lieutenant General Hun Manet congratulated Vietnam on successfully controlling the spread of COVID-19 as the precautions for the hosting of the 23rd Asian Chiefs and Army Multilateral Meeting in person for the first time in 2 years. He also thanked the Vietnam People's Army for a warm welcome extended to the Royal Cambodian Armed Forces delegation, who intend to participate in joint training and competition at the 30th Asian Army's Rifle Meet. Lieutenant General Hun Manet also stressed the importance of cooperation, helping each other in the spirit of friendship and the solidarity under the circumstances as neighbours with good border relations. He expressed great hope that the historical relationship between Cambodia and Vietnam will continue for generations to come. During the meeting, both sides expressed their pride in development of friendly relations and comprehensive cooperation between the two countries, in line with the principles and the directions of major corporations set by the two governments. This includes the strengthening of enhancement of bilateral relations and continued joint efforts to carry out tasks effectively and efficiently, overall aiming for more active development and cooperation relations between the two armies. Anthony Ellis, EAC News.
On Thursday morning, the China Road and Bridge Corporation and the Cambodian Ministry of Public Works and Transport jointly signed a Memorandum of Understanding on the construction of the Phnom Penh-Ba Viet Expressway. According to the Minister of Public Works and Transport, Senior Minister Sun Chanthol, the signing of this MOU finalizes the negotiations for the concession agreement on the construction of the Phnom Penh-Ba Viet Expressway, which is expected to begin in 2023 and complete in late 2026 or early 2027. The 138-kilometer expressway connecting Phnom Penh and Ba Viet will also have a 5-kilometer-long bridge over the Mekong. Senior Minister Sun Chanthol stated that the Phnom Penh-Ba Viet Expressway project is expected to cost over $1.6 billion. He added that the Ho Chi Minh Highway will be connected to the Phnom Penh-Ba Viet Expressway through National Road 22. He confirmed that this expressway is part of Asian Highway 1, which is an important route that connects Myanmar, Vietnam, China, and Thailand, and serves as a crucial commercial and transportation route.
If it's happening and you need to know about it, you'll get it all right here. EAC News brings you updates and breaking news in English across all of our platforms and channels. The EAC News app, YouTube, Facebook, Telegram, Twitter, and our website www.eacnews.asia. Join me and the rest of the EAC News team every day on your favorite channels. EAC News, Cambodia made clear.
Thank you for watching the Daily Roundup here on EAC News Channel. For more breaking news and updates, you can check out our website, eacnews.asia, or search EAC News on Telegram, Smart TV, or at your favorite app store. More from the EAC News team tomorrow night at 8 p.m. We will see you then.